Real shit. Um, so let me see if another voice of reason might make sense. Qtino, what you think?
Oh, okay.
You on mute?
So I was raised by a single mom. She did a great job with me, but the reality is that women can't raise men to be boys. They're not men, so they can't relate with aspects of masculinity that we have to navigate. Um, I mean, Bravado said a lot of it. Two of the biggest, I mean, I threw a list of 10 things in the chat earlier, but I'll just take two of the big ones. And this is not saying that women are incapable of doing these things, but these are two big things that, to Bravado's point, lead to um, lead to the nature of a lot of men that we have to these days. A lot of the soft men that we have, or a lot of the men that we have that talk back or can't can't take accountability, can't handle discipline, can't handle being scolded. Um, Two of those things are male role modeling. So a woman is not a man, so she does not have the ability to actually serve as a male role model to actually teach a boy a healthy sense of male identity. Um, People talk about toxic masculinity, but people don't really talk about toxicity. One of the main reasons why there's such a focus on toxic masculinity is because there's so much. I'm not gonna say so much confusion, but there's an attack on masculinity because the males are missing from the households. They're not there to actually teach boys a healthy sense of masculinity, a healthy sense of male identity. And the second one, I mean, it kind of goes to responsibility, not responsibility, setting boundaries and discipline. The father is most times the disciplinarian. They teach boys how to be accountable, how to set boundaries. And I mean, no shade to women. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but I mean, I think a lot of people would probably agree that um, it's very rare to find women that take accountability, let alone that can teach accountability. Um, those are two big things off top that just make it very hard for a woman to teach a man, raise a boy to be a man. Like, can a woman raise a boy? Yes, a woman can raise a boy. But can a woman raise a boy to be a man? Not to be a man. Like, I love my mother. She did a great job. I think I'm a great example of a good man. But in my adulthood, there were definitely several stages of life where I was legally a man, but still operating as a boy.
Like when you and Hamp was in the streets, and y'all talking about earlier.
When we was in the streets,
Shit like that. Shit like that.
when I didn't manage my emotions, when I would go from 0 to 100. Now I can't fully blame that on my mom because my dad was a firecracker as well, and so although he wasn't in the home, I did see him while out. But I mean, my mom, she from the Bronx. Like, I seen her pop off my entire life. And so I popped off because I saw my mom pop off. Like, I've seen my mom fight like 5 or 6 times.
Go ahead. Who's trying to get in there?
I just want to say this to clarify, because every time I hear the guys talking, then I get their point even more why they cannot say there may be some outliers. We're speaking about mothers. So when you guys are speaking about the biological carrying mother, that goes back to what I said, the woman who is the nurturer by default. Your mother is likely going to fail you in that area because she has a maternal connection to you, which her job is just to nurture. Her job is she's going to have those emotional sides as a woman that she's not going to be able to get you on that path. That part I agree with 1,000%. But I'm talking about women. Like, I'm not talking about, this could be a stepmom. This could be almost any woman that did not raise you. It could be a grandmother or somebody like that, right? But I don't think that it's humanly impossible that no woman could ever teach a man how to be a man. And I think that, I say teach a man how to be a man, raise a man to be a man, I should say. I think that where you said,
do you have success stories?
Well, mine. But
is your son a man?
Well, mine, but let me land.
Is your son a man? How old is your son?
Let me land though. I'm going off of the shit that you guys say about what y'all be doing. So let me go back to your point, the accountability piece, right? You say that women don't take accountability.
I didn't say all.
So then that you would be making part of my point.
Not necessarily.
Because in one breath you're speaking at
I
absolutes.
pointed out is the male role model aspect and healthy male identity.
Okay, but sir, in one aspect you're speaking at absolutes. And then you're going to say, well, I don't think that it is not possible that a woman can't do. So pick one.
I didn't say that.
You never said that at any part of this broadcast.
Said what? That it's impossible?
That it is possible for a woman to do one thing, that it is possible.
I said it's possible for a woman to raise a man to grow up, but not to be a healthy man. Okay. It's a difference. Like you can be a man and not be a man. A woman can raise a man, but he can still be a boy.
You can be a grown up.
A man operating as a boy.
Right. I don't disagree with that, but I think you niggas, and this is no disrespect to y'all, I think you niggas are speaking from the point of y'all personal experience where y'all failed. I'm talking about I believe there can be success with that. I just think it's hard for you guys to imagine it because
you believe that
because of your own experience, though, right?
You raised JC to be a man
because of your own experience.
Miss Q.
So he gonna do the obvious. He gonna ask a woman who probably birthed a child, which as if he didn't hear what I said.
Q.
No.
Hey Q, let me ask you a question. Where can you point to in math throughout human history where single mothers have developed the best men?
So that's his feminine side coming out, because I just called that out. So did you just ask a woman to birth a boy if she could raise him to be? I just said that's not. I just said that. So what point would you be proving, sir?
Bravado. So I asked the question, how old is your son?
I'm not talking about him being grown into a man. I'm saying the things that you guys implement in the home and raising that particular individual. That's what I'm currently doing.
Do you have an example of a man that was fully raised by a woman and he's a healthy man?
Sir, I don't. I'm using me as an example, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person.
But you ain't no man.
I know that, which is my point. That's my argument, is that a woman can raise a boy to be a man.